7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Lazy mother.
Alright, this is my 2013 Yamaha FZ6R. I'm going to be doing a couple of mods today on the airbox and those fake air ducts. I don't know why they're fake. Why don't they just open up the other side to actually shoot air onto the engine or something? So I'm going to do it with a Dremel, and once I get the gas tank lifted up, I'll show you the other one that I'm doing to the airbox, because there's something else that seems kind of silly to me on it. With the tube inside, so I'll show you in a sec. Okay, so I got the gas tank open, and well, got the seats off first. That's the Allen wrench right there. I don't know what size it is, but it's the same one that does these two up here, that does the back of the seat down there. And then some people say you have to loosen up the bolt right there at the bottom of the tank to be able to lift it up. For some reason, mine you don't have to. It's all the way tightened, but it still goes up and down without having to untighten it, loosen it. So in the front, I've also seen people say they have to take off these top fairings to be able to lift the gas tank up, which I've heard is a pain in the butt, but I don't know, I haven't tried. Mine, I don't have to do that either. It kind of rubs on the front of the tank when I lift it up, but it doesn't hinder it. So anyway, it's propped up. Last time I opened up the airbox, I used a rubber mallet to prop it up. This time I used my helmet bungee that I keep under the seat. So next step is open up the airbox. Okay, so the airbox is open. All it was the screws going around the side to get the top off. You don't have to take the bottom off. And this was attached on the top. You had to get that out of the way to get this screw. So now under the air filter, this is what irks me about it. See that spot in the middle? It's like that's the only part of the filter that's used. You're wasting a whole bunch of filter space because that tube right there is so tall that it pretty much touches the bottom of the air filter. So what I'm going to do is just Dremel it down about halfway or so, and that way the air will get a chance to disperse once it gets in the airbox and hit the whole air filter instead of just that one spot. And last time I had it open, I drilled 4 holes there and 4 holes there to get a little more air, but now I'm just going to do the Dremel thing, and then we'll go to the next part. Okay, so that part's done. There's the chopped down tube. Looks nice and smooth because on the Dremel I was able to rest this part here on the top of the tube on the inside and outside as I went around, and it kept it in a nice straight line, and I just kind of up the side there to get the rest of that off. So now the air will spread out better, and I'll be able to use all of the air filter instead of just one little spot. Now to get to, oh, by the way, you might want to cover up the carburetor intakes there, because a piece of plastic flew down there, and I'm gonna have to get a stick with some tape on it or something to get it out. So now the next part is the fake air ducts. To get to them, I mean, I guess you can reach underneath that upper fairing and get to it, but I took out this screw right here, this one Allen wrench, and the other side is attached with like a pin. I'm not even going to take that out. I'm just going to kind of pop that up there to get into there to the back of the air ducts. So now when I was looking at it, they don't point down far enough to actually hit the engine. So if I'm going to cut a hole in the bottom of there, or the back of there somewhere, then I guess it'll be more for the cooling down of me than the engine, because this frame is kind of deep right here, and yeah, that's where the air would hit here, not down where the engine is. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it's kind of dumb to have air ducts and not have them be useful for something. So hopefully it'll at least cool me down, because I don't know if you guys experience it or not, but when you're sitting still on this bike, this thing puts off so much heat that if I'm in shorts, it feels like my legs are burning if they're close to the bike. When I'm sitting still. When I'm moving, it's not a problem. But anyway, that is my airbox mod. I'll do a K&N air filter. Oh, by the way, so far I haven't replaced the nasty, ugly, piece of shit looking stock exhaust. But what I have done is I took this tip off, and other people have done this too. It's where I got the idea. A few Allen bolts right there. And then on the side of the exhaust outlet there, I drilled a good size hole into the can. And when I first did it, I just did it kind of straight in. It's kind of weird because the pipe goes, when it goes in, it goes sideways first. It doesn't go that way towards the front. So when I drilled a hole in there, the drill bit kept wanting to turn and go to the back inside. And so I did that, and it didn't really sound good enough yet. So then with this off, I took the drill and I went from the backside towards the front, and it actually went through this pipe that's going in there, and out the other side, like into the can, and that opened it up some more. And then I put this back on. So that sounds pretty decent until, and it doesn't sound like shit, you know. I've heard some that sound like shit, other exhaust mods, but it sounds pretty decent. So I'll do that until I can actually get a different exhaust for it. Now, a full exhaust system is like $1,000 for this, but when I was reading some motovlogs, or blogs, not vlogs, saw someone say you can get an R6 because it's the same engine that's detuned as the R6, and get an 03 to 05 header pipes from a 03 to 05 R6, and then from there you can put a slip-on it. And so that's probably what I'm going to do. Whenever I do that, I guess I'll post it. For now, that'll work. It's louder, but it doesn't sound like shit. All right, ride safe.